everyone and welcome to this week's video. Yay! So I'm really excited about this video basically because I'm a nerd. So it's so sunny for once in Wales. If you live in the UK you'll know we're having an absolutely cracking week for weather. It's going to get into the 20s in some places. I don't think I'm going to be that lucky living in Wales, but we're certainly in the mid-teens, maybe even high teens. I haven't checked. However, that means it's time for spring cleaning. So every spring I go deep clean the yard. It's over winter, everything kind of gets a bit mucky and awful, and it's so windy and so awful you don't want to put everything back properly. It's not too bad, but it's also not that good. So I'll show you guys now, no judgment. I am going to clean all this up today and make it look sparkly clean. So as we enter the feed room, we have some bags of feed that should be over there. We have a Mo's Biff when she's a rug on. And then we have where the mucking out tools are. Some things are outside because I've already mucked out and done the horses today. But yeah, that is a bit rank. And then we've got hay nets on there, body protectors do live there, but it's just a little bit disorganised. We have the Robin who is not helping and keeps dropping leaves and everything everywhere and making a mess. And we have an open bag of chaff, which probably should go into there if it's a room, and a new bag of bedding. Some rugs. This all needs going through. Then they need sorting. That one's not too bad. And that is rank. And we've got a bucket of some plastic and nuts in. There is more plastic down there. We've got some very muddy, awful lids. We've got some muddy buckets. We've got dusty ball, got all that dust, and yeah, we've got a spray there. I don't know why that's there. And we've got an old lick. Oh, that was that falling. So we've got an old lick. We've got that mess. We've got all, they need to go on the stable doors to be fair. I need to get my dad to do that. An old grooming kit. Yeah, it's just all a bit rank. You can see where the Robin has been dropping leaves everywhere. So we're going to clean all this up. Got an old horse, we've got, yeah, stirrups there, I don't know why they're there. And the bin is also full. And the hats are just filled with leaves and poo, which is great. So we're going to give it all a nice tidy up, hopefully. We've also got a bottle there. I don't know where that's off. Probably from last summer, to be fair. And then out here I've just got the buckets and the grooming tools and the grooming box, which I used this morning. So I will pop the time lapse on and get everything out into the yard so I can give it a good clean now. Yes, all done. Everything is clear. Nothing is in here apart from the hay. The trunk is all empty. So glad I got that done and just got everything out. I forgot to mention earlier, another reason why I make sure I clear this out every year in spring is because every spring we get really bad wasps. I don't know if anyone else has this problem. If you do and you found a solution, please comment below. It's absolutely awful. We've had nests been built in a day and they always build them, and unless it's tidy, I don't know why they've done it. And before, they've built one in a row where it's been a bit messy through spring because I've had exams and I've torn this apart and they've chased me down the yard, which wasn't fun before a show. So any tips for keeping wasps out the stables, please comment below. It's horrid. I think last year I had a month of it, of sending my dad in every day to get rid of the nest and then having to evacuate the stables for 10 minutes. And then they went into one of the chickens' A-frames. And we didn't realise that either for another month till it was huge. And then it had to be hosed, which was great fun for my dad. Not my problem though, because they're not my animals. So I'll get on and try and get rid of some of the awful leaves the birds left. I love robins, but I really wish it wouldn't bring all the leaves in and make a giant mess. So I'll put the time lapse back on, stop procrastinating and get on with it. Okay, so now the feed room is all clean enough. Hopefully got most of the cobwebs and the dust out. It's better lighting. It's time to sort the yard out. So when I say sort the yard out, I've brought everything outside to give it a good clean and re-sorting, and there's a lot of stuff that needs sorting. So I'm going to rent the house and get some nice warm water and hopefully give everything a bit of a clean. So now we've cleaned the room, I've got my bucket of soapy water, I've got my sponge, my wet wipes. Let's get to it.
You made it through another day. You made it through another day. You better celebrate. Oh, oh.
it. It's a little bit later on now in the day. However, we've got the tack room all tidied up with an extra dog in it. So before I give you a proper exclusive and show you around, there is one thing missing. Can you guess what it is? So, hi everyone, it is now the next day. Probably not, it won't be the same for you, but it feels like a long time ago since I started this job. So I'm going to give you guys a proper exclusive, like show you around my feed room and what else is in here, as there's quite a lot of stuff. But before we start, did you guys manage to guess the thing that was missing from in here? So I have bought myself a whiteboard from Amazon. So I set it up in the house and just now when we were waiting for the delivery, as I figured you'd probably watched enough time lapses. So I'll just talk you through what's on here and then I'll set another time lapse up and show you guys like what I'm putting on. So I've got my to-do list, things that need doing, events, and then goals of the horses. So I probably won't put Molly on there, but I'll definitely put Mo and Penny, and then I've got an extra gap just in case. And then I've got my contacts and reminders, so it's just like little things I need to write on there, or on my contacts. I've got my farrier on there with his number on the back and when he's due. I've got my array of magnets. I didn't realise the whiteboard came with magnets. And I've got feeds, so I'll put all their feeds on there, along with each horse. Moving along, we have my key and the week. So I've got to admit, I did steal a lot of this ideas from Elphick Eventing Ponies. So we have here the first week and then second week, and then the idea is I can see what they've done in the previous week, as it can be quite hard to keep an eye on it. So I'll set a time lapse up and show you guys what I'm putting on there. So here we have the finished product. So I did end up turning the time lapse off because I couldn't remember people's numbers or what day it was. And I've just realised I've missed something else off the board. So far, I can't remember what happened last week. So I think that is basically what has gone on this week, and I can't really figure out what's going to be planned because of the weather. I don't have a weather arena, so it really just depends on what's going on. But I started the to-do list, so they're my jobs. No events yet because Mo is still coming back into work and I don't know when things are going to get running properly. My to-do is, excuse the scruffiness, I'm going to rewrite that because it's doing my head in. But fitness, more responsive to leg, and keep my hands still for me because I'm terrible at that. And then Penny is hacking aims really, she stops on the way. Weight loss, we are getting there, and she again responsiveness to leg because on the way I can't get her to move, and then I can't stop on the way home, it's just what she does. The reminder at the moment is just waiting for the dentist date to remind me to do that. And then we've got my numbers and when the farrier is due. Feed, so they're the horses that what I feed. If you want, I'll do a video explaining more what I feed and why. But that is what is there, and of course I've left a gap at the bottom on each just in case, and I've got a key to show what is doing on each day. And hacking, because it really depends what I'm doing, I've just changed it to off-road and on-road, and then if you'll see I try and put how long the horse has been out. So at the moment Mo's in about 5 days work week. I had the other 2 off, so Mo will have, we work one more time this week, then we'll have, or 2, yeah, then we'll have it off. I can't decide what I'm doing for the rest of the week. It probably will be work Friday and Saturday and have Sunday off, because I think it's really horrible on Sunday. And same for Penny, it'll probably be that. And Molly isn't really, I need to fill Molly in. She's just off at the moment, just coming up for cuddles and to be brushed. So we've talked about the board. Now I'll show you my feed room. Looking all nice and tidy still, apart from the trap which needs to go in that gap. But that is what my dad puts up ever since we found one rat in here. So we started here, we've got my whips, so I've organised it. So we have my nice pretty show whip, and then like the less smart one, so that's what I use for hacking. And then I actually won that in a show. And then my nice Lemieux one, I love that. I managed to get them before they discontinued them. And I love this whip. I got it from the Bolsworth Horse Show from one of the stands. It's so long and it's got such a nice grip. It's just so nice to use. And then in this day and age, we all have to have hand sanitizer, so that's right by the door. And then of course the horseshoes and the lunge whip. Hay nets live on there. My phone case shouldn't be there. And we have all the backing out equipment. I have used one of my old saddle pad bags to put them on, just try and keep it tidy. And then we'll move that out of the way because that needs to go on mow. And then we have my bedding, the chaff. We buy chaff from a different place to our normal tack shop, hence why we buy it in bulk and leave it. And then we've got the chaff that's open because it won't all fit in the barrel. We've got wellies and the power washer all nicely on the top holder. Rugs, body protectors all neatly arranged. Now I've rearranged my saddle pads, so they're my hacking Lemieux saddle pads. We've got the red flip helix. They're really like the saddle pads, to be fair. They've really lasted, and they're all in the same colour, so the girls can be matching. We've got my John Whittaker saddle pad. That bag's a bit empty. It's like the best. If it's really hot, that's the saddle pad I go for because it's so light and airy. And then we've got some like smart-ish pads. We've got my bumblebee bands, and we've got my show pads. Now I will see if I can get the trap off of there. I've moved the rugs. I've kept these rugs in here because I do use these a lot. These are just like stable coolers that I use. And then in the trunk we have my nice Lemieux saddle pads, my mum's grooming kit, my saddle bags, and then here you won't be able to see probably. We've got we've got my travel boots. We've got the bits and pieces for rug repairs. The fly masks will go in here, but they've all gone for wash. We've got a grazing muzzle for Penny if the work doesn't work and she has to have a grazing muzzle on. And then we've got some letters, some bandage pads, etc. So it's just things. These I like to keep nice and tidy, but also things just to keep out of the way. Move the rugs back. So we've got feed bins. We have supplement. And then this is my special treat tin, so when they've been extra good. So I've got my Molly's Hazel Hoof Equine flapjacks, I should say. These are so, if you've got an older horse, these are so nice. They're really crumbly and really easy for them to eat, and they've got like bits of grated carrot and polo in them, so they're so nice. So it's Hazel Hoof Equine you can get them from. And then we've got some mints and some bits of licket and some more Munchies treats, for which I'm a sponsored rider for. Their treats are so yummy. They will literally do anything for their treats. And Munchies also kindly sent me the licket. So they live there specially. And then they've got their supplement. That should be veteran, but I didn't realise when I ordered it. So we're just dealing with it until we can get the veteran again. Then we've got my buckets that are now clean. And the treat bowl. We've got my hat that I keep separately. The gloves will usually go in there, and my spurs, but at the moment the gloves are in the wash. We have my tasty treats. So these are just the treats I use on a daily basis more regularly. So we've got treats in there and a new bucket underneath. We've got hats. We've got the agility ball. We've got these are the bandages and boots I use most regularly. So I've got my Wolfwear brushing boots and the high-vis ones. And then under that, I'm not going to get everything out, but we have boots and bandages that I use for show or don't use as much, but I can still access. And then bits of tack. And then here we have my ears for Mo, and we have my first aid kit. So in here we just have like creams, etc. And then there's more like eye drops and sprays and poulticing stuff in there. Now this is kind of my mix and match box. So I've got a magic syringe. This is the only way I can clip Mo. They work so well. We have some medicated shampoo. We have some mane and tail spray, lice powder, unopened liquid, some glucosamine, hoof oil, and just some like bits of food, like testers I picked up at the local tack shop. Here we have the sponges, my washing bucket, and then under that is where we have all the shampoos and my fly spray. So close that up. And then here we have all the high vis and fly veils. And in here, I love this grooming box. It's from Imperial Riding. It's so good. We have my brushes and the wet wipes. And then the board, fly spray, crib spray. I know this box looks horrible, but the gloves inside are okay. Hence why we're keeping them there. And then we have the head collars. The horses are up at the moment, hence why they're not there. When the horses aren't up, I put the main head collars on there. We have lunge lines, lead ropes, and spare head collars, and then my pixo, which isn't usually there. So that is everything in my feed room. If you want me to do a video more of the feed and what I feed them, just comment below. And that there, sorry, is a jump filler that I don't want to rot, so I keep in here. But yeah, that is mostly everything. There's a switch box up there. There's a light there. That's all I can think of. And the one thing I didn't move when I was cleaning out was the hay, because we just had a hay delivery and it just caused such a mess just to move it when I swept it out when there's no hay left. So that is everything. So thank you everyone for watching my video. The joys of Section D's. Stand please. What do you think I'm doing to you? It's a selfie stick. I know, it's awful, isn't it? We stand. Fine, stand there then. Come here. Come here. Come on. You will be in the video, thank you. So now I've got Molly-ish. Thank you so much everyone for watching my video. I hope you enjoyed it. And thank you so much Elphick Event Ponies for inspiring me to do it. It was a job that needed doing, and I do enjoy doing it when I'm inspired to do it. And I absolutely love my whiteboard to organise my life. I love things being organised, so I'm really enjoying having that up now. I had thought about getting one before, but I thought, oh, maybe not, but I finally pushed for it and I got it. Yes. So I'm very much enjoying that. So I'm going to go take out the horses. So thank you so much for watching. Don't forget to like, comment and subscribe. And if you have any more video ideas, please let me know. Thanks for watching. Bye.